Hello, faithful viewers. Welcome to Mr.Who Reviews. Today, I'm reviewing Digimon Tamers. Probably the last good. This is probably the last good Digimon series, since it's probably the darkest. But like, they think that Digimon Day Squad has some dark moments as well, and Frontier, and maybe Fusion, but I don't know. And this is also the first of the Digimon series set in a different universe. Apparently, it's supposed to be set in the real world, where Digimon is just like a video game or a card game, and the first two seasons are just a TV show in this world. And some of the voice actors from the last two seasons come back to voice other characters. I have to say the kids in this were written a bit better than the ones in the first two seasons. For the first arc, which is the Deva arc, they do a bit slow. First introducing the characters, then actually get into the problem of the season. Not the season, the problem of the day or something. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Anyway, the main characters in this are Takato, Rika, and Henry. The three of them have different relationships with their Digimon. Like Takato, as the gogglehead of the season, gets a dinosaur Digimon named Guilmon, and that's he created himself. And after he found this blue card, he gets a Digivice. Yeah, they explain what the blue card is later on, but it just seems a little bit weird. And his relationship with Guilmon is kind of like a boy having his first pet, or just a dog trying hard to hide from his parents, or just try to get him to behave. Guilmon's personality at first seems like a baby, and keeps calling Takatomon, and thinking he's his parent. I don't know. The Takato seems like a sensitive sort of kid, because when he thinks he lost Guilmon in the school, and I see Henry with his partner Terriermon, he's just going like feeling down, thinking Henry's probably better tamer than he is, and he just starts crying. You got a lot of that in the series, but yeah, such a person. The college names have a crush on one of his classmates named Jerry, who has like a sock puppet, and it just gets creepy eventually. He is supposed to be the leader of their little group, but they don't really act like it until the episode where he thinks that Guilmon is disappearing. For some reason, there's just this data cloud going taking Guilmon away. I don't know, like usually when a data cloud comes, the Digimon come through it, and the three Tamers had to fight it. And apparently, if they absorb the data from the defeated Digimon, theirs would get stronger. Let's see what else. Also, yeah, the team or teams, opening teams for this series is pretty good, even though the English version is just another remix of the original Digimon team, just placing armor evolution with the Digimodify, since they're able to modify their Digimon swiping the cards from the card game into it. It's interesting. Anyway, I'm with Henry. He's the oldest kid in his family, and his partner Tamon is kind of a wisecracker, so they have a kind of a sibling relationship. And the way Henry met Tamon is a bit dramatic, since he is playing a video game, and at first he thought it would really matter that Tamon got hurt, since he thought he was like a game character, but when Tamon actually came into the real world and Henry sees how hurt he is, he just felt super guilty. And apparently in the Japanese version, I think he be able to bully, and when he saw how bad it was, he felt very guilty. And apparently he took karate lessons or something. And I think Henry's the first Chinese main character in Digimon. And turns out his dad knows more about Digimon than he thinks, since him and his friends originally created the Digimon in the 80s, but it was like a primitive version of them. And the name of their group was the Monster Makers. Yeah, it's not really a good name, is it? They're just a subtle one, whatever. And Henry has this little sister to get understand sometimes, and she keeps putting Terramon through heck by dressing him up and calling Mr. Princess Pretty Pants. I don't know. And I think it's that the Henry's sister Susie is the first character that sounds like she's lisping or just can't really talk properly, but she's just a kid, so it kind of makes sense. And the third main character, Rika, who's probably one of the best female characters in this one history and one of the most popular. She was the champion of the card game, but didn't really feel fulfilled by it. One day she found a blue card and swiped through, and this portal opened, and some Digimon wanted her to be their tamer, but Renamon is the only one that could fully emerge in the real world for some reason. Rika seems a little cold at first, even though in the dubs he does talk back when the call like says or just mocks him at some points. Say the Japanese make more sense in the Japanese version why Ice Deadmon wander as a tamer, since he seems more cold in that than in the English version. I don't know. And the relationship that Renamon and Rika have seems like a warrior fighting for his or her queen or something. I don't know. And eventually they have a bit of a rocky relationship after the Ice Devmon fiasco, where Rika decides that she hates Digimon and wants anything to do with them. But in the previous episode, when she gets Renamon to evolve in Cubemon, it seemed pretty good. And I do kind of like that they reused the music from the past Digimon series in the first few episodes, because I think they still fit in the moment, but and eventually Rika and Renamon just reconnect and be a tamer and Digimon again, or Digimon partner again, but whatever. There's this little Digimon named Calamon that somehow has power to make a Digi evolution possible. And there's another character named Intmon, who when he first showed up, got Gimon in trouble a few times, and he played by the same guy that the voice Ken and some of the Vmon evolutionary lines. I'm glad that they bring him back. I think he did nearly every season of Digimon. I'm just glad they keep bringing him back. Yeah. And Nippon seems a little annoying, but sometimes he does seem like a good character, especially apart in the episode where they show that where he used to live with two little kids, and yes, he left because they kept pulling to one side when they're fighting, and he's just scared to pull his arms off. I don't know. And the antagonist in this before Davis is this thing from the government named Hypnos, and this guy named Yomaki is running it, and he also, the guy that voices him also voices Gaemon. I think might have voiced Blackboard Greymon at first. And there are some differences here with the Digi evolution than in the first two seasons. Like, it takes longer for this champion to go down back to his rookie form, and sometimes Digimon just loses control, like when Tamers evolved to Garurumon and losing control of his Pog guns or whatever they are. And when Gaemon actually evolved for the first time, Takato is scared of him. And the next episode is just about Gaemon and then Takato try to get him to de-digivolve. They try a lot of things, like tire him out or just some paint or whatever, but not really worked. It seems like Redamon or Qmon is the only one that like go crazy when see Digivolve, but whatever. I do like the part in the episode where the Kato shows his friends Kazu and Kenta Gaemon, and they just get really scared afterwards. You know, anyone want to play the Digimon card game anymore, either because they thought Kato was making fun of them by scaring them, or they just feel jealous that the Kato has a real life Digimon and they don't. But don't know. And the 3D animation for the alternate evolution of alternate Digi evolution is kind of good, but I think it's a little outdated as well. But whatever. I also like the episode when the Kato gets overconfident after being fights Devmon, and he's just getting Gaemon in trouble a little when they're about to play another I think they went in the Ape Mon or something, the gorilla that has a girlfriend or something. And then see the also Jerry and some other kids Gaemon, and they start playing with them, and they kind of like that Maki just is slowly going crazy because he's Digimon attacks, and the kids are the ones that actually solve them. And it actually invents this thing called the Juggernaut program that's supposed to suck up every Digimon into the digital world, but that's like they're dying. People say kids' cartoons are dark. I don't really know if they say that, but anyway, with the Davis, the kids slowly find out that they're supposed to represent the Chinese zodiac, since there was a snake, a chicken, and just some of the other animals. And in one of the episodes, the uh, Bull David just takes Renamon trying to convince her to join up with them since they want to see. He thinks that he sees a good fighter or just finds her hot, but whatever. And eventually they found out about the Digimon Sovereign, and I got that next time since that's when they actually show up. And I don't know how they didn't figure out that the Davids were after Calamon, since yeah, he can make a Digimon Digivolve. I don't know who wouldn't be after him. And see, there's some big fights, and apparently this season supposed to be having like the characters wish for things like their dreams, like when Kazu made a or the drew a version of the blue card and tells the call to use it when Digimon needs to digivolve into his ultimate form. And at first Takata doesn't really think he can, but eventually he just believes himself or something, and it works. Oh. The Rika's mom in this yeah, seems kind of like a bad parent. Like she's modeled trying to get Rika into living with her and the parents. I think they're used more in this than in the other season. Like you see the Cold's parents, Henry's dad, and I do kind of like Rika's grandmother. Like when she just said having Rika off, and she just not really get opened up emotionally or something like that in the episode where her and Renamon get back together. And oh yeah, and there's a episode where Impmon facing the or tries facing the horse David, but you don't know he's outmassed and nearly gets destroyed. And apparently at some point the Guillaume on the other side not to absorb the other Digimon's data, but the data is find out as blasphemy. And somehow there was a talking chicken or something that talks like a priest. Yeah, this one's weird. Anyway, Calamon gets kidnapped and by the monkey David that described himself as a kid, but a weird looking one. And the pig was just wrecked the town that Colin that are in, or the city, I forget it's a town or city. The hypnosis took down for a while, and Jerry gets her own partner, Digimon Leomon. Yeah, that's it. And good. And the episode where she's just trying looking for a partner is a little annoying when she's thinking that the rat David is probably her partner. I don't know. I'm guessing the writers just start slumming it in that for episodes, but you know. And I do kind of like when Jerry wanted to learn how to play the Digimon card games. He asked Kazu and Kenta, but Rika stepped in and took Jerry under her wing since he knew that those two were really bad players and probably just wanted to get some of the cards that Jerry had. I probably didn't know how some of the cards worked, but and just at the end of the arc, the kids decide to go to this world, and that's just what happens in the next arc. But I mean next week. The first arc is good. It might be a bit slow, but I think it needed, since in the last 2 seasons they didn't really have like that many character focused episodes. Probably one on Ken, and in the first season Matt or Ty, but that's just usually when there's like another character with them. But in this, the character focused episodes are actually focused on the character. But the music is good, and I think the animation is a bit better than in the last 2 seasons, even though it looks kind of similar. And yeah, the David arc is pretty good. It has some dark moments, some funny moments, and just seeing the 3 young characters yelling at this robot dinosaur to order them up from a huge pig. It's just hilarious. Well, not hilarious, just funny, but and I'll get to the Disney World arc next time. Till time, I'm Mr.Who. See you guys later.